Splendid. Now, go away. Yes, my queen.
What if I told you that Disney is creating a bingo series? Pretty amazing, right? Bingo is Bluey's favorite character for millions of people worldwide. So, we dug into all the news about this and brought everything we found just to tell you. Get ready, because we're about to spill a lot of exciting details. Show opening. A while back, there was an alternate opening for Bluey where Bingo was the protagonist. This alternative opening was used in one of the episodes where Bingo was the star, but it was so good that fans immediately started speculating that it was originally created for a Bingo exclusive series.
Bluey! Bingo!
The question is, what would a Bingo series offer that we haven't seen in Bluey? Since it would basically be the same family, in the same house, doing the same things in their routines. But this time with Bingo appearing more often than Bluey in most episodes, right? It was this very question that led us to understand whether a Bingo exclusive series would indeed be possible. And we concluded that yes, it is possible. In fact, it's quite likely. But it would be quite different from what most of us would imagine because it would portray Bingo as older sister. You've probably seen videos speculating that Bandit and Chili will announce great news in the upcoming seasons, a third baby. The original idea for the series was for Chili to start the series already pregnant with the next baby. However, the production team thought it might become too complex to blend the important lessons Bandit and Chili always teach their two daughters with the demands of a pregnancy. Plus, the potential issues it could cause might disrupt the development of the main characters, Bluey and Bingo. But the fact is, we all know and love the two sisters now, and both characters are well established. And, as many believe, this would be the perfect time for Chili's pregnancy announcement. With that, Bingo would automatically become the older sister to the next baby, and she would have more responsibilities and tasks to help her mom and dad take care of the little one. At this point, we could see episodes in a Bingo series where she could both teach valuable lessons and learn a lot by understanding better how a little baby comes into the world.
Dad,
Yeah?
how does the baby get in the lady's belly?
Oh!
In summary, a new healer baby would make Bingo an even more important and independent character, making it even more likely for her to have her own series. Now, here's a suggestion. Subscribe to our channel here so you won't miss our incredible upcoming videos. Just click on subscribe down below, okay? Bingo and the Cousins. Being only 4 years old, naturally, Bingo will have a closer relationship with her two cousins, Muffin and Socks. Not that Bluey isn't close, but as she grows up, and as we've seen in the series, older versions of the protagonist appear. She'll naturally become busier and more mature. In this sense, it's natural for Bingo to also take on the role of the older and responsible cousin to the two girls, daughters of Stripe. Moreover, it's certain that sooner or later, Uncle Radley and Frisky will have a little pup too, adding another member to the big healer family. And at this point, a more mature and experienced Bingo will not only learn lessons, but also have the capacity to teach them to the younger ones. Not to mention that Aunt Brandy, even if unable to conceive, could adopt a little pup, who would be another cousin for Bingo to help grow. In this scenario, we could see more episodes, for example, at Grandma Chris's house, with all the grandkids playing together, and with Bingo, in the absence of Bluey, helping her grandma take care of the little ones. I don't know about you, but I'd love to see that happening in the Bingo series. New characters. As we mentioned, a Bingo series would focus much more on the life of the youngest healer and the people she interacts with the most. And within this group, there are some puppies that aren't very well known yet, but who are always with Bingo. We can mention, for example, some of Bingo's classmates who are known from the show, but haven't had their stories fully developed yet, which could happen in an animated series focused solely on Bingo. Among these characters, we would get to know better in the Bingo series, for example, Missy, the little doggy with two little hair clips in each of her ears who appeared in the Pirates episode with the girls. In that episode, we see her becoming braver and bolder alongside Bluey and especially Bingo. They are also classmates, which could show Missy visiting Bingo's house more often in the future, or vice versa, or even playing at the park together, as in the Pirates episode. Besides her, we also have Buddy, the little pug who always has his finger in his nose and is terrified of putting money in the box of noisy musicians. Actually, not only that, Buddy has had many funny moments in Bluey, some of them even in really cool background stories. And I think we even met his grandmother in one of the coolest episodes of the series, which, in the end, would create a great connection to other episodes in the Bingo series, where we would learn more about this little pup and why he's always so sleepy. We could also see episodes where Bingo is at school and other puppies who study with her in the same school, having some adventures separately, just like in Bluey occasionally. And, of course, we couldn't forget about someone very special, who is Bingo's best friend of all, Leela. From what we see in that little in-bit of the episode where they meet for the first time, the little doggy is going to be Bingo's best friend throughout the next years of her life.
Wind, 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 wind.
So it would be really cool to see a bit more of her life and her routine too, getting to know her family better and everything else. And Bingo's series would be the perfect place to see all of that, don't you agree? Which might lead us, perhaps, to see a really cool thing about Bingo, which would be another life phase. That little ending of the episode where Bingo and Leela become friends shows that the future of Bingo and her friend is much closer than anyone would think, demonstrating a beautiful friendship that transcends time. In fact, talking about moments like this is so cool, so if you think having friends is really cool, comment down below, #friendship, in honor of this incredible relationship. Returning to Bingo and Leela, we can see, for example, that they participate together and win an award in a sort of science fair. Furthermore, we see that they even graduate together and maybe, just maybe, go to the same university. And yeah, that wouldn't be far-fetched at all, since we can notice that the interests of the two friends are very similar. Bugs. And honestly, if I had to guess today what Bingo's future profession would be, I'd say there's a good chance she'd become a biologist specializing in insects, and Leela isn't far behind. So it would be very likely that a Bingo series could show us Bingo and Leela's present and future, seeing certain lessons they learn and how they were quite useful in the future when they're a little older, but still in school. Who knows, maybe even at Bluey's current age, or even a bit older, in her teenage version, which would be amazing, because we know that Bluey's show depicts its characters growing over time, and that would also apply to Bingo and Leela. So it would be incredible to see the two in a moment of their lives where they're more mature, even if it's very brief and only in a few episodes. I'm sure most fans would love that. Bingo is the most fun. It's a fact that practically all the members of the Healer family are very fun. But honestly, if I had to pick the funniest character in the whole series, without a doubt, I'd choose Bingo. That's because the little red healer is a perfect mix of fun, innocence, and lots of guaranteed laughs. Just so you know, Bingo is the only character in the series who has her own repertoire of songs created by herself and her creative little mind. She can come up with songs even when she's in the bathroom, sitting on the toilet. I've never been able to do that. Don't know about you. Moreover, we see that she has a perfect balance between a more ironic and at the same time loving vein, like when we see her using the power of the feather. Or when she perfectly pretends to be a parrot and eats Bluey's magic asparagus. The fact is, if you want to learn valuable lessons, watch the episodes more focused on Bluey. But if you want to have a good laugh, you can definitely watch Bingo's episodes. In this sense, it wouldn't be absurd to imagine that a Bingo series would be much more focused on fun, mixed with valuable lessons, of course. Guys, these are all the signs we found about a future Bingo series. I don't know about you, but I'd love to see a series starring Bingo, as I love this character as much as Bluey. We know you had a lot of fun in this video, so we picked out 2 more videos for you to choose from, and keep enjoying now. Thanks, and see you next time!